an elite wide. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know.
Turning it on! They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Cornhuskers are facing 3rd and inches. He'll sneak it. Drag down, and they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Tackled in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 on the heels of gaining 4 on the previous play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will get the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the catch. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Working that left side. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think...
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Soft spot in the middle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. Has to get there to move the sticks. Oh, he's got enough space. And he waltzes in for the... Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wilson to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking downfield on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Still running at the 40. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he ran away from the defense to take. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a...
After the filthy move, he's got room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Huskers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Wilson will throw. Using the quick game. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Pocket breaking down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Smashes it between the uprights. Now it is down to 11.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Under fire. A strike downfield. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side.
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He found some open. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unleashes one deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Off play action. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give is to Williams. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6. They'll try the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Trying to make magic with his feet. At the 45 on his way. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Wilson will throw. Not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
The Cornhuskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Going to the run to start this second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give out of the gun. Looking for room at the 40. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Nittany Lions just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Clark. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Clinton. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 3rd. Hauls it in. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. They go to the ground. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one.
Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick release on the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They finally get him on the ground. He's got an explosive play for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Quarterback feeling that that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The Huskers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it downfield. Brings it down on the right side. Off and running. Touchdown, Penn State! Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Wilson will throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on 1st down from the 40. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough...
Turning it on! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Cornhuskers will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Makes the grab on the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. To the air, it's Carpenter. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. The Nittany Lions come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. It's complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions are marching down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find this man for 6. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere. Just stopped in the backfield. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Wilson to pass. Snagged out of the air. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds a man on the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. He had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hall. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.